Hey Aquarius, welcome to Tower and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tower and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. Welcome to your March reading. I hope all is well. All right, let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Aquarius collective need to know for March? Whoa. See, the way these cards are coming out, look, I know that's right. Get wild. We get wild. The way these cards are coming out, they're coming out like they're very expressive right now. Okay, someone got a lot of things to say, or a lot of things on their mind. Okay, now we have patience. We have patience to get wild. Those are two opposing energies. You know what's crazy? Right before I started doing this reading, I was taking a break in between readings. I went on Twitter, and I saw a Twitter thread about Aquarius moons, and it was talking about going from the stillness, how this is a trait, going from the stillness to having like this explosion of emotion. This could be playing a role here. Higher perspective coming out. All right, I gotta work on this goddamn lighting. All right, but see, and it's like this energy is definitely aligned with what I read in that Twitter thread. It was talking about like, yeah, because it goes from repression of emotions, or repression of a thought, repression of a feeling, whatever, just something being repressed and then finally being expressed in a more like in almost a theatrical way. Where are my words? It's like someone was muzzled and then they finally take the muzzle off and they just start talking, okay? It does seem like there's a new beginning. Now, this could be a burst of excitement because I do feel this new beginning energy, but I also feel like there's something getting in the way of the new beginning. See, that could be the muzzle. Oh, all right. So that new beginning could be, you know, the new expression that someone wants to have. Then the muzzle is like whatever that is stopping them from expressing. This could be expressing themselves in a new way. All right, let's do it. But it's some type of leap of faith, okay? But someone was like kind of blocked from doing it. Held back, trapped. It could be by their own mind. It could be by, you know, outside circumstances, whatever it is. All right, let's do it. What's going on? But it's like now that, it's like who let the dogs out? Like they go from just being super tame to like wilding. Like a kid who first goes away to college, you know? All right. Judgment card coming out in reverse. Someone probably took a while to make a decision or make a judgment on something or someone, but they're finally letting go. There's something about this. It's a little uncomfortable. I feel like, see, because the Seven of Swords was coming out, someone was biting their tongue about something for a while, it seems. Maybe because they didn't have enough information. But I feel like someone's going to get enough information and then be like, okay, you know what? I knew it and this, that, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's what I'm feeling now. Someone's going to realize that what they were holding on to. See, this could be a belief system with the Four of Pentacles and the Mountain here. Somebody was holding on to something, all right? They were, I'm hearing biding my time, but somebody was being patient. Someone was watching and observing. It's like slow and steady wins the race, but then at the end, right at the end, because they conserved all that energy, at the end of the race, they zoomed past everybody. It's like that, you know. Somebody took a lot or watched a lot happen and gathered all the information that they needed to get to make a very accurate assessment or make a very sharp decision. Or somebody will be doing that. Someone gathered all the ammo, all the information to realize that something that they were holding on to was actually serving as a barrier. Once again, this could be someone's own belief system, but it can also be, you know, something outside. Oh, okay. For some of you guys, it's a person. Someone might have been waiting around for an apology and realized they're never going to get it. We do have the Page of Wands, which is like a small little gesture of something, you know, like this could be like a little, this could be an apology, right? Being that we have the lilies here, it's like somebody was waiting. This small gesture never happened. This small offer never happened. Somebody was, somebody was waiting. Patiently waiting. Wow, they're waiting for somebody to come through. Like, I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. And whatever it is that somebody wanted to be done, it didn't happen. So then that's when the get wild energy comes through. Now, I don't know if this is like an explosive energy. It does feel explosive. I don't know if it's, you know, the nature of the explosive energy, if it's like someone being pissed off. Compassionate. That's what I'm hearing. It could be a great explosive energy. How's it compassionately explosive? Oh, it could be passionately explosive. Someone could have been holding back passion. All right, hold on. You have the Four of Wands coming out in reverse. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming out in reverse. Why is everything coming out in reverse? Jesus Christ. King of Swords upright. That's good. This has an energy of like, someone's in like a situation. They're like, all right, let me see if they change their ways. Let's see. I told them what I liked. I told them what I didn't like. Let's see if they actually change it. And then they don't. It's like, you know what? I'm out. I've been out. I have my bags packed. All right? Someone's not seeing any forward movement, not any stagnation with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's pretty much what's causing a judgment. Somebody was saving their final decision. And someone had like they just had a moment of like, okay, I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know now exactly what's going on. I don't want to wait any longer and see how the story plays out. I'm good. Major clarity. King of Swords energy. Making an executive decision about this, whatever this is. The Four of Wands coming out in reverse. I mean, that could be breaking of a foundation of some sort. All right. Someone recognizes that, you know, once they leave the situation, it'll put them out in the cold. So that's why someone was taking their time. Like, should I? Or let me just really give them a few chances to get it right. Yeah, all right. It seems like somebody's about to free at last. Yeah, somebody was a muzzle. Because I'm here, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Like, somebody was like, look, you are blocking my shine, or you're blocking something. You're blocking me. You're blocking me. I'm trying to see if you're worth. Someone might be trying to weigh out the options. Hold on. Oh, that's interesting. But whatever. Someone, this is an energy. Night out on the town. Get wild. Like, look, I'm trying to be this. Are you trying to be this with me? Can you even be this with me? No? All right, well, I'm out. I'm taking my love back. Give me my goddamn love back. You ain't doing nothing with it. I'll give that to someone else. Interesting. Where we at? 1022. Holy cow. All right. This person was patient enough to make a to give someone a chance, you know. So Sun card, like, look, I could be happy by myself. I'm all right. It might catch someone off guard when someone goes from putting, see, with the patience, it does feel like somebody might have been putting a lot of effort. All right. Because it's such a split energy. It's going to throw someone off. Like, you were just loving on me like crazy. And now you're just able to drop it. How are you able to do that? Now you're just about to, you could kick me to the curb or kick me, put me out in the cold. But the reason why someone, even if it feels like someone can move that swiftly, it's really because while they were putting in the effort, they were like, I'm putting in this effort, but I'm testing. But I'm putting more effort. But based on how you respond, I'm going to keep taking another step. But I'm going to keep putting in the same amount of effort, but I'm taking another step now, you know? So by the time they put in their last piece of effort, now it's like, oh, okay, you're still not moving? Okay, well, I'm out. I'm at the door now, you know? It's like with every piece of, every attempt that was made, someone took a piece of clothing and put it in their suitcase, you know, until, because it does feel like it was very like slow. It was strategic, and yeah, I mean, by the time it was like enough is enough, this person was already packed. Like, all right, I see where this is going. I can put my clothes back in a drawer, but I think I see where this is going, you know? It might have been because they were moving from a higher perspective, seeing their intuitive guidance, whatever. All right, let's see what the blockage is. Where is this going? Oh, it's triggered someone's ego. All right. Yeah, I feel like somebody's walking away. See, we have the 9 of Cups coming out. See, someone thought like someone was a wish fulfillment. Okay. Now, whether they are or not, I don't know. But someone had to, whether they were wish fulfillment or not, they had to walk away because they were carrying this energy with the 6 of Wands and the Magician card. It was like the ego was blocking. So then with the 8 of Cups, someone's like, oh, okay, no, this can't be it. I'm out. I'm going to test the waters, you know. All right. What are they feeling to see? The conflict. Yeah, so whoever's dealing with this, whoever's walking away from someone who wasn't, whoever's walking away, you're walking away from somebody who is pretty proud. Like I said, the heavy ego here with the Magician card. It's like wanting to feel that powerful energy. I don't know. But we have the Five of Wands, the Three of Swords, and then the Four of Pentacles. This person, they're conflicted because they're feeling hurt by this person walking away. It's like, how can you, wait, you just putting in all this effort. Who had this energy? Taurus. I think it was Taurus. Yeah, it was Taurus. That energy of like someone like playing with, you know, playing too much. Someone like thinking that they were so clever, but they wind up shooting themselves in the foot. That's what it feels like here. But this person has a lot of pride. So even though they're feeling hurt about someone walking away, they're not going to show it. They're feeling conflicted. Five of Wands. They're just doing it's a whole lot of internal battling going on. While someone's out in the sun. Okay, someone walked away from these cups. Because they're like, you're not giving me enough. They walked out into the sun with that sun card coming out, a Nine of Pentacles, you know, and living their best life with a get wild. It's like, how are you building with me and then you just decide to up and go and have fun on your own? Like, where did that come from, you know? Oh man, what's up, guys here? Wow. Queen of Wands along with the Nine of Wands here. The struggle mode, someone struggling with this bitterness and resentment. I do feel like it's a person walking away. I'm not going to lie. Because, like, this person didn't want to walk away. Because I was being led to the face here, okay? It did put them in an emotional whirlwind, okay? These are two people, now feels like it's two people who are hurt by the situation, but nobody's speaking on it. This person... See, one of them, the person with the huge ego, but both of them probably have egos if they're moving like this, right? So one person has the Three of Swords with the Four of Pentacles, a heartbreak, but they're trying to keep it to themselves. While the person who walked away, who's dancing in the sun, they're carrying the Queen of Wands energy with the Nine of Wands. It's like, damn, but I miss this person. They had to walk away. Okay. But they're not happy about it. Neither party is happy about this situation and how it played out. I'm imagining, like, let's say there's a breakup and then the one party leaves. And now they're on social media like, new me, who this? I'm the happiest I ever been. And posting quotes about leaving a person or whatever. You know how those memes do. But really, they're just feeling like this. They're like, yo, you really let me walk out that door? But this person has too much pride. They let them walk. They let them walk. This is stupid. Now this is stupid because both parties. All right, what's that last? Wait, what is advice? What's the advice for the person with too much pride? Oh, the Lovers card. See, the connection is still there. Nobody wants to say anything. This is how it should be. All right. It's how it's supposed to play out. With the Seven of Swords coming out, see, somebody played too much, okay? With that Taurus energy that I was feeling, somebody's playing too much. If you're resonating with this, so check out the Taurus reading. It's like somebody was being clever. They were playing mind games, blah, blah, blah. They weren't being authentic. They weren't being real. They wanted to be strategic about choosing love when all they had to do was look within, right? Anyway. It had to happen. It had to happen. The person walked away and they were supposed to. They had to. They had to end it or it would be a cycle. So they did the right thing. They did the right thing because it had to end this. The Seven of Swords energy, which is like one person giving, the other one. See, that's what yeah. Someone sitting there beefed up on pride. I don't know. All right, but whatever the case is, it was some type of struggle energy. It was some type of imbalance with this connection, and that's why someone had to walk, and they did it for their sense of self, their dignity, and their pride, right? Which is great. But they're like, damn, I wish I didn't have to do that. I wish they would just fucking work it out. All right, what's the animal spirit? Man, that's early. Co-create with spirit, crow spirit. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Talking about that turtle, okay? That like just taking a slow time, Porcupine spirit, time for a beginner's mind. All right, I don't know what this is. Skunk spirit, know your worth. All right, the person who walked away, I feel like this broke a cycle, okay? It broke a cycle of this before it became one. This knowing your worth, there was a, see, they had to do it for their own dignity, okay? See, I don't know what this this is, part of me feels like this is how it was supposed to happen anyway. This might be like a in and out, like it might be a bit of a saga. Like this is part one, and then part two picks up next year or something like that, you know? With this turtle energy, this double turtle energy, I feel like is definitely a very slow build. But if somebody would have stayed in part one of the saga, it would have been a trap. So they had to do it. All right, either way, it does feel like it's some type of manifestation. Whoever left, if this is you and you walked away from that type of situation, you passed the test, okay? That's what it feels like. This was a test for you. Whether you're supposed to come back to this person or not, I don't know. But this was a lesson. It was something that was supposed to be done. With the Justice card, it's like, yes, you did the right thing, all right? All right, this is interesting. That was an interesting reading. Let's see what the romance angels have to say. Yeah, also watch the Taurus reading. The Taurus reading was very much linked to the Gemini reading as well. which was very much linked to Scorpio. So I don't know if one of those signs are playing a role, okay? But Taurus and Gemini was definitely linked. All right. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you together. Yeah. Taurus and Gemini. You might enjoy those readings if this is resonating with you. See, look at that patience card. Worth waiting for. Whatever this is. Now, okay, look, worth waiting for does not mean wait for them, right? But this is something. It's a slow build here, okay? But this part one had to end. It was supposed to be like, okay, act one, end scene. Okay, and then act two is going to pick up. But if you left someone, or if you cut someone off or whatever, if you parted ways, see, this person was still carrying this deceptive energy anyway. Okay, and then we have the engagement. Your love life has moved to a higher level of engagement. By you cutting this and saying, no, I'm not going to deal with that, it was the right thing to do to keep the situation moving forward. This just feels like a freaking saga, okay? That's just gonna be a long and drawn out, but at the end, it's supposed to be allegedly worth waiting for. All right, Aquarius. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Tarot and Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. All right, thank you so much. Until we meet again, peace.